The Alamo Bowl, the best non-playoff bowl, BYU and Colorado.
This is an incredible matchup. BYU's defense against Shador Sanders and co.
We're going to sell this game out. Texas A&M has the record for attendance. I'm pretty sure we're going to break that one. We have a plethora of seniors that are pro-bound. Every last one of them are going to play.
No quarterback has played better than Shador Sanders.
The Cougars have one of the most balanced teams in the nation. BYU defense and the FBS best. 20 interceptions.
Travis Hunter is the best player in college football.
Everyone's doubting you because they don't think you guys can do it.
Why not us? When we know darn well all eyes on us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight on this Tuesday night. We got a good show for you. Once again, hey, it's Colorado versus BYU and Alamo Bowls. And we're going to talk about the transfer portal tonight and Travis Hunter for that Heisman Trophy. And, so I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking at that text. We're going to talk about Travis Hunter on the stage for that tribe. Excuse me. Man. I can't get this. Man, I'm trying to bring what I can't get JR. Hold on. See if that works. Yeah. What's up, Jay? I'm struggling over here. I'm struggling over here tonight. I'm struggling.
Nah, that's all good. What's
there you
going
go.
on, Doctor?
Man, what's going on? This thing done froze up, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Coach Drake?
What's going on, Pop? What's going on?
That's much. Glad y'all here with me. Want to give a shout out to Steve Woodland tonight. He couldn't make it tonight. Called out. He called out.
Call him in sick.
He has something to do with his son tonight. And we want to wish him well. He might jump on in time, but I had hit my ball up, stand in for an emergency. That was Coach Dre. I appreciate you, Coach Dre, for being here for me tonight. I appreciate you. Man, let's get into the show. I want to say hello to everybody out there in the chat. Jay Hudson, what's going on? Man, what's up? Miss Bradley, I'm struggling tonight, Miss Bradley. I'm rushing. They came from the hospital. Tim, what's going on? Miss Johnson? Nayo, Red, what's going on? What's up, Will? My girl, my dog. What's up, Doc? McIntyre? BP, what's up? Miss D? Tim, what's up, bro? ATL, Mustang Crazy. What's going on? What's up, TB? Appreciate y'all. All right, here we go. Let's get into this thing. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I'm gonna be here about an hour tonight. Shout out to my mama for turning 80 tomorrow. So tell her happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, Miss McIntyre. We wish you well. Wish you many, many more. We love you. All right. Nick, what's going on? Yep, we just signed that kicker, man. Coach Prime ain't playing with y'all. He sure ain't. Hey, all right, let's get into the show. All right. First thing I want to start off with is the Alamo Bowl. Get y'all take on the Alamo Bowl. I think I already talked to Coach Dre about it. Talk to JR, and let me hear y'all takes on the Alamo Bowl where Colorado play BYU. Start it off, JR.
Oh man, BWatts. I think it's going to be a great matchup. Colorado against BYU, a dynamic offense against a strong defense. Two well-respected coaches in the Big 12. They were in the pretty much one of the top two coaches in the Big 12 this year. So it's going to be a heck of a game. If you haven't been out to San Antonio, if you haven't been in the Alamo Dome, excellent atmosphere. I've been there a few times myself to see like some high school games, the Army All-American game. Been there a few times to an Alamo Bowl game back in the day when I was a youth. But great atmosphere, great town. I'm sure the festivities are gonna be plentiful. And I'm sad, man, that I will not be able to make it. I thought I'll be able to pull my wife to San Antonio, a town that she loves so dearly, but she told me no. So, happy wife, happy life, gotta going about the day or whatever like that. But it's gonna be a great game, man. And I can't wait to see them go out on a bang. The way they started it off at Jackson State and for it to come to completion in San Antonio, Texas at the Alamo Bowl against a great opponent in BYU, it's gonna be a sight to see for sure.
Coach Ray?
I mean, what do you expect? We gonna bring the boys to the city. You're gonna have a great turnout because them CU Buffalo fans gonna show up to San Antonio. It's in Texas, and so to me, when I really sat back and thought about it, what fitting for Shedeur Sanders and his daddy to go out on top in the state of Texas, where it all started at for them, high school and little league and stuff of that nature. So it's just a fitting ending when you really sit back and you really take account into what it is. Again, I hope all the BYU players play right now. I haven't seen anybody opting out, so that's a good thing. We know we coming with guns a-blazing with everything we got. I want them kids to take this in and remember this, especially them seniors. You get what I'm saying? I know for Sim and Craig and them guys, I know they got to go to the Celebration Bowl. This is going to be a little different. Another different experience, but a great way for these young men to go out. They deserve it. And I don't want nobody to be upset because there was nothing that the University of Colorado could do. We had to play in this game because that was the price we had to pay to get out of the Pac-12, guys. That was the price we had to pay to get out the Pac-12, was that they owned the rights that if we wasn't in the playoffs, that we had to play a bowl that the Pac-12 was in so the Pac-12 could get some revenue. So, hey, we're going to go up here and make the best of it. And like I said, I hope BYU team play because if they do, I think we're going to have a great game.
Yeah, that's a good take. I think they got to do it. Same rules for this year, go for next year too, because it was a 2-year deal. That's a good point, Coach Ray. All right, when you look at the BYU side, like I said last week, that quarterback, Jake, for BYU on the season, he attempted 347 yard passes. He completed 201, 10 interceptions, 20 TDs, and he threw for almost 2,800 yards. Got a running back by the number. His number is 27. His name is L.J. Martin. He rushed for almost 700 yards off 120 carries with 5 TDs. They got a wide receiver by the number of 2. Chase Roberts, 51 receptions, almost 900 yards in receiving yards and 4 TDs. So our defense must come to play if these guys don't opt out. I'm expecting Colorado. I'm still, when I was listening at that press conference online from Coach Prime sounded like he want to hang 50 on these boys, man. He said ain't none of his players opting out. You can expect Shedeur to play. You can expect Travis to play, all his wide receivers. I really hope Jimmy Horn get out there and shine. Hope he's healthy and get out there and work that magic like he can. Because if he do, we really going to see what that offense should have did this year. Because I think he wasn't missing key. But, well, because of his injury and he couldn't get out there. Because that would have took some, at least one of them double teams from Travis or LeJohntay with them safeties over top. And then you would have saw the offensive coordinator, Pat Sherman, go into his bag. He couldn't get into his bag to me from what I was saying because he been missing a key element of the offense, and that was Jim Horn. And that's what majority of the scheme was. That's my part. But anyway, we all expect to win the game.
Oh, come on.
You mean, yeah, that ain't even a question. Question.
Come on now.
I don't know what man.
Hey, you see these colors? You see these colors we got on? You know what we think?
I mean, exactly. What's in the background? Who we expect to win? Come on.
Okay, I don't know, boy. Hey, These days, boy, you had to act on folks turn on you by now, boy. I know, boy.
Hey, not us. We was down when people told us we wasn't gonna never be nothing. When people say Colorado wasn't gonna,
they still like that.
They can keep. Yeah, they can keep talking. All we do. Yeah,
keep on
and that's what we told. And that's what we've been telling folks. BWatts, JR Box has been there with us. We've been telling people, man, we ain't gonna fold. I told you. You really find out who for you when you're down. When everything, when the chips ain't against, when the chips against you. And a lot of people showed their hand. They showed their hand. They showed that they was bandwagon or fair weather or whatever. But we ain't never been that. Again, I rock with Prime because it ain't about football. It's because Coach Prime living in his purpose, and because he living in his purpose, he can stand on business. I'm gonna say that again for y'all in the back. Because he living in his purpose, he can stand on business. And like I said, I done seen this story before. We just gonna change the names, and change some of the chapters. But we gonna do our thing. And he's setting the trend in college football. You see everybody trying to get this Coach Prime effect going on at they school. And like I say, this was the little element that was missing with it. And so now that you can't throw that in young recruits' face that he can't win and he can't do this now when you finna get a Heisman Trophy winner, they liable to sweep all the other awards. What is there for you? What else is there for you to talk about? Except for if you want to win, you better come to Colorado. And again, you get to build your legacy. Why? That's always a selling point. Why go? If you go to Alabama right now, you're just gonna be one of the few. You ain't gonna be the best that ever played at Alabama or this. You just gonna be a guy that was good that played at Alabama. You just gonna go in the book. But when Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, LaJohntay Webster, Sam Craig, when they leave the University of Colorado, people are gonna remember that they played for the University of Colorado. Travis Hunter and Shedeur gonna leave trophies there. So when other kids walk through this great facility that we have, you can say we've been here, and that's what it's all about. So, I mean, it shouldn't even be no question about what you want to do for all you guys in the transfer portal. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we don't want all of you, but if you want to, you know what it need to be if you really talk about wanting to win.
No, you're right about that. We don't want them all because some gonna get turned down. Well, some have got turned down. But one thing I like about this team that Coach Prime got, they hurry up when they signed them a kicker. They went the way to Nashville, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and got them. Elliott Arnold has committed, and he a 5-star kicker and a punter. What y'all think about that move Coach Prime and his staff done made, Coach Dre?
I mean, what he told, but again, if we just be quiet sometime and listen. Coach Prime told you at his press conference, I know what we got. I know what's leaving. I know what's coming in. He said, don't worry about kicking next year. I got a kicker that's going to put it in the end zone. So he already knows. So if sometimes I think, and that's my thing with us being patient, you just got to be patient. Just because you want it fast don't mean that that's what's going to happen. And so, but we got a guy that's a kicker. He played, hey, listen, I watched his tape. He great punter, great kicker. We got ourselves a guy. And we gonna have Automatical to kick the field goal, so we should be good. We need special teams to be special, and that's all Coach Prime did. He went and got him a special teams guy that's gonna be special.
All right, JR, what you think?
Coach Dre, look, I don't know if you saw that comment, but they said if you want to win, put them Tennessee boys in. Somebody had that in the chat. But
hey, I told Coach Prime the other day, don't be listening to that, Coach Dre. You better go get you some Georgia boys. Go ahead, JR.
Absolutely, man. With the that just lets me know the mindset of how the team is going to perform and how they're going to look next year. All-star freshman quarterback coming in, young guy, but the team will probably be run heavy. We need somebody that's going to be able to flip the field. We need somebody that's going to be able to kick a field goal with depth. We need somebody that's going to be able to put the ball in the back of the end zone on a kickoff because field position will be paramount next year. So that's a deficiency on the team. Coach Prime been saying it all year, like Coach Dre said. We listen. If you listen, it's gonna come. May not come when you want it, but it be there right on time. He came out and he struck gold with this young man. So he's gonna come in. They're gonna get him bigger. They're gonna get him stronger, and he's gonna be able to put that ball in the back of the end zone. He's gonna be able to kick in that altitude with depth. We talking 40+ yard kicks, and we don't have to worry about how the offense is going to manipulate and get down the field. We're able to be comfortable in that 40+ yard field goal range. So that's important, especially with a young QB. You don't want to put the weight of the shoulders on Juju. So you put the weight on the shoulders on your special teams, and you're able to win games by special teams. You hear me right now. You hear it first on BWatts. Colorado going to win at least 2 games by special teams next year. That's the direction that the program is going to go into. So he's been saying it. Your special teams, you got to play special. And it's going to be very paramount next year. So this is a great signing, great commitment. Get this young man signed up, get him on campus early, and get things going. So that's a great get by Colorado. Elliot Arnold. It's good, great get.
Yeah, it really was. Coach Prime told me, one of his staff had told me, you ain't got to worry about no kicking next year. You got it. Coach Prime came right out there in the press and told everybody. One thing about Coach Prime, I know people trying to judge him off his past and his jury and his son class. The dude is honest, man. When he come out and tell you something, you back and go with it. He telling you for your good. He telling you so you ain't got to go to the media. That's why he got Buckingham on the inside. He got his own narrative that he want to show y'all, and you just got to hear him out and put 1 and 2 together. You ain't got to go to ESPN, Fox, Paul Feinbaum, and all them and listen to that, because they got an agenda. Coach Prime knew that. He worked in media for 20 years. He know how they feel about him, and he know how they gonna treat his team. He trying to take care of his boys. He don't want his boys, his players, to get punished in the media because of him, because he know exactly what they're trying to do. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
It's simple. It's simple. We so busy trying to talk. We so busy trying to speak for him. That was the reason for Well-Off. That was the reason for bringing in Neely and starting that. Because, like you said, he's been in the media. He knows what they think. They showed you with the Heisman. They just showed you with the Heisman finalists. They just punished Shador because I just don't want 2 Colorado kids up here. There's no, and that's no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel or nothing. He know he don't supposed to be up there. But okay, you the only quarterback. You the only quarterback on the only undefeated team in the country. Okay, but also you heard all year, ESPN and everybody say they gonna put the top 5 finalists in New York. Well, if I count right, I might not be the smartest, but it's only 4 guys up there. So who was the 5th guy? The 5th guy was Shador Sanders. So what y'all did was y'all said, "Oh no, we not finna do that. We just tired of this." And so you try to flip the narrative. You try to make him look bad. And Shador says it. Everybody else says it. They only holding this against us because of Pops. It ain't because of what we doing. Because of Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter on USC, if they on Georgia, if they on Florida State, they both at the Heisman Trophy. It wouldn't be the first time. Remember, Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart went to the Heisman presentation. So it's been done before, more than once. So, but that's why I tell people that I don't come on here to push negativity. It's enough of that getting pushed in the mainstream media. So if you want to go hear that, you can, like you say, you can turn on ESPN and listen to Paul Feinbaum and ESPN. The reason ESPN got to do that because the SEC pays ESPN. So there's no way they want somebody bigger than them, than an SEC team, to be controlling the sports football talk. It is, and it has been for the last 2 years, and it's gonna continue to be because there's no Nick Saban.
Right.
And Kirby Smart, again, y'all, this is no knock on Kirby. Kirby just about cussed the SEC commission out after they won the SEC championship. How many times y'all heard about it? How many times y'all heard about it? Y'all ain't heard about it. But if Prime would have stood up there and said what he said, or when Prime came out when he was at Jackson Stadium and stood on stuff for everybody, there was a problem. Just because you the loudest in the room don't mean you right. And I said yesterday, it ain't about what you say, it's about how you say it. Yep. Just because you say the right thing, just because you saying the right thing, the way you present it might make it wrong. I'll say that again. Just because you saying the right thing, the way you present it and say it can make it wrong. And Prime is trying to make sure that his kids don't say the wrong thing. So you know what? Prime said, I'll come out and I'll take these bullets for my guys. Because that's what a coach supposed to do. And so people just don't like it. But at the end of the day, we ain't concerned with that. You can't stop the blessings and the favor that these young men got over their life, because what God got for you can't nobody stop. So we just keep moving and keep pushing, and every day it just get better for Colorado. And we just make people mad, and ain't nothing nobody can really do about it.
Right. Now look at these numbers here, right here. They'll tell you right. The numbers of the year will tell you about the quarterback. Dylan Gabriel, 3,275 yards, 24 TDs, 6 interceptions. Shador numbers, 3,926 yards, 35 TDs, and only 8 interceptions. Ain't but one quarterback out there that did threw more yardage than Shador, and that was Cam Ward. And only Cam Ward threw 200 more yards better than him. But Shador lead in interception, and I don't understand. I just don't really understand. Go ahead, JL.
It just doesn't make any sense, man. The fact of the matter is, like Coach Dre said, they don't want to see Coach Prime. They don't want to see the elevation of Coach Prime in that arena. Like, they don't want to see it. You can go back just as recently as Alabama when they had Devontae Smith and Mac Jones. That's a quarterback and a wide receiver right there. That was the last duo that had two. So I don't understand how one can be considered, after you say those stats, BWatts, throwing for nearly 4,000 yards with 35 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. When you looking at the other quarterback, no disrespect to the young man at Oregon, but you look at that, those numbers are significantly lower in both categories, total yards and touchdowns. I just don't understand the placement. I don't understand the nomination when you have considerably the number one pick coming up in the NFL draft with numbers presented to you like that. And the fact of the matter, we're talking about the best college football players at this moment in college football. So you mean to tell me Dylan Gabriel means more to Oregon than Shador Sanders means more to Colorado? That's just not the truth. So, like I said, the fact of the matter is the elevation of Coach Prime, they don't want to see it. But we already know. We know the young man deserves to be there. The nomination alone puts you in a different category. That's something you still put on your resume, even if you're nominated. You don't win, but a nomination still counts, because not every player is going to be nominated. There's over 5,000 NCAA football players at one time. And so if you're telling me you're one of the 5,000 to be nominated, that is an amazing feat within itself. And I hate that they robbed that young man of the gratification to go to New York and to sit with his peers in that front row and to see his highlight tape, to see his name called. I hate that they robbed him of that. But that's okay. Travis Hunter going to bring home the trophy. And I'm almost certain Travis Hunter going to pay some homage to Shador in that speech. He going to pay homage to Coach Prime, that he took a chance on Coach Prime, and Coach Prime showed him the way how to be a better man, how to be an athlete on the field. So the respect is going to come in the speech, but the nomination and Shedeur deserves to sit on that front row with his peers, and that would have been amazing to see. Cam Ward, Shedeur, Travis Hunter, and Ashton Genty. 4 African-American young men sitting up on that panel representing their universities with class and dignity. But, you know, that's another conversation for another day. People ain't ready to talk about that.
Right. Hey, Miss Crystal Wise William got a question. How long can a person stay in the portal? Go ahead, Coach.
You can stay there. You can stay there until somebody pick you up. You can stay there
for
until
4 or 5
somebody
years
pick
if
you
you
up.
want
Yeah, I mean, long as your college, long as you haven't ran out of eligibility, you can stay there as long as you want. I mean, that's the real reason that I hate it if you don't have a plan. If you out there and you don't have a plan, like I say, it's kids that's going in before these kids jumped in the portal starting Sunday. It was still 1,000 kids in the portal.
Yeah.
So those kids that didn't even get
we
jumped,
still got
that
players
didn't
from
get taken out
Colorado in there from
year.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because you didn't have a plan, and because you and now this year, the main thing you're gonna see this year is a lot of these teams got to cut their roster, right? You got to get down to 105, and so that's why you see a lot of kids jumping in the portal. Now, some of these that's not for every team, because this is no knock on nobody. But when you look at Colorado kids that jump in the portal, besides Hayes, besides the defensive end Hayes, nobody who jumped in the portal played significant roles for Colorado this year. Nobody. Not one kid that jumped in the portal was a starter or played a significant role except for Hayes. But now, when you go look at Alabama, I think 3 of their starting receivers that jumped in the portal. They started defensive tackle. So you looking at significant ball players jumping in the portal when we just talking about kids that, you get what I'm saying, that didn't never really play or really put forth tape for Colorado. And that not to say that they weren't important because they was on the scout team making us better every week. But what I'm saying is they weren't in the start rotation or even in the 2 deep to get plays. But the one thing you can say is that everybody on that list got an opportunity. Nobody on that list didn't get an opportunity. And that's the part of having well off that counts, right? Having nearly, that counts. Because everybody that you see on that list, if you go down that list, everybody got an opportunity. Okay, I know people might say, well, Walter didn't and Wade didn't. You got an opportunity to beat Star about to be number 2. You had the opportunity to beat Star about to be number 2. You didn't do it, right? So everybody got the opportunity to produce, right? And that didn't happen. So now nobody who's leaving Colorado can say that they didn't have that opportunity. But for some of these other schools, you can't say that. You can say that you gave them the opportunity, but we don't know that because we don't have no film work of that, right? With Colorado, we got film work, we got documentation, you got all that stuff that the world has got a chance to see. And so that's why you're going to see more people do this well-off type of thing, because it put kids in a predicament to where, hey, you can't say you didn't get the opportunity, guys. And so that's the biggest thing. But they can stay in the portal as long as they got eligibility. As long as they got eligibility, they can stay in the portal.
You're right. They can do that. Like I said a while ago, we still got some in the portal from last year that hit that portal from with Colorado. But like I said, when a player hit the transfer portal, it's gonna be you're gonna narrow it down to 3 reasons, guys. Finance from the parents keep telling these guys, we need that money. We need that money. I'm telling you, the parents are behind some of it. We need that money. We don't care what you do. We need that money. So
not some of it, BWatts. They behind a lot of it.
I already
They
know.
behind
I'm
a
trying
lot
to
of.
give them the benefit of the doubt. And the other reason they hit that transfer portal, it's going to be because players recruit players. When your favorite players or who you done played with during high school say, hey, come on. You see the effect of Juju doing that? That's a prime example. This wide receiver that was planning on visit and all these guys that were planning on visit on the 22nd, you see how Coach Prime don't move that thing up one more week? Anytime a player visit Colorado, 9 times out of 10, they're going to sign with Colorado. I guarantee you that. It been worked out. We were probably playing Kansas, and Coach Prime them had their board already ready. They ahead of the game. That's these schools are behind because they didn't want to address the portal. When Coach Prime was at Jackson State, he was dealing with the portal. So he brought that experience and sold it to the AD. He said, this the plan. This is where we're going to go. And this how it's going to move. And right now, you can tell how it moves. You just follow the signs. Just follow the signs. Coach Prime going to come out every now and then and tell you something. You just got to put 1 and 1 together, and he's going to come up with 2. And he definitely going to put it out on Twitter. He ain't going to say everything because he can't. He can't do that because you know that if Coach Prime come out here and tell y'all I got this coming, they're going to say Coach Prime been tampered, right? So when your players do it and your sons do it, ain't nothing to say.
It's not tampering when it's player to player.
Majority of the players that playing for Colorado this year, Shador, Jordan Seaton, Shiloh, and Travis, recruiting players. And they turn it over to the office. Hey, they're who you need to contact, and they'll handle for you. And that's why you see Bill Belichick now at North Carolina finna use the same strategy that Coach Prime is doing. He ain't gonna go to no home visit. How that gonna turn out for y'all? Man, you can't put no team together. He ain't went to no home. How that turn out? How that gonna turn out? How you think Bill Belichick at 80 years old finna come out and coach college? He know he ain't got to get on the airplane. He got that. Hey, you go. Coach Hart, you go. Offensive coordinator, you go. They got a staff right there for that. And Coach Hyman, hey, if you want to meet me, put him on Zoom. That's it. I'm there trying to get y'all the game, but like I say, it's more than one reason why players hit that transfer portal. And the last one, it's gonna be called they don't want to be at schoolwork, y'all. I'm just being honest with you. Ain't no need to covering it up. Coach Prime and his staff want us to tell y'all the truth, but he can't come out and tell us what to say. We know what the truth. So they can't blame it on Coach Prime. He kicked me out. No, you didn't get them graded. You got to get them grades to stay with Coach Prime now. Because if y'all don't graduate, they going to kill Coach Prime in the media.
Oh, yeah.
They going to kill him in the media. They don't care nothing about Georgia. Before I move on, I got to give a shout out to this guy right here, y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, Coach Dre. My dog go there on LinkedIn. Sterling Sharp has been named as a finalist for the Hall of Fame award. He ended his career with a total of 595 catches, 8,134 yards, and 65 TDs. I want to say congratulations to him over there for being a finalist. I don't know if y'all don't saw that dude play.
He should have been. He should have.
He hadn't got hurt.
Been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he should have been.
He should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, if he hadn't got hurt. If he hadn't got hurt, this dude would have been better than Jerry Rice to me. Boy, him and Brett Favre were tearing the NFC up. So I just want to give him a shout out. Like I said, man, he was one of my favorite players when they were playing. All right, let's move this thing over to, let's talk about this part right here. These are some of the players that are supposed to be visiting this weekend with Coach Prime and his staff. We got a wide receiver, Caleb Odom. Now, Caleb Odom is a transfer from Alabama. This dude is 6'5", 227 pounds. In high school, he played with Juju. caught a total of 25 touchdown passes in 2 years. I'm going to let the fellas talk to you about how important this recruit going to be, and we'll move on to the next. Go ahead, JR.
Look, you said it before, BWatts. It comes down to connections, right? The young man played with Juju at Carrollton High School down there in Georgia, had a great connection, threw for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. 5-star athlete from a composite score-wise, goes to the University of Alabama. Coach Dre said it. You one of many at the University of Alabama. You one of many, a fish in a big pond. You one of many. You go to the University of Alabama. It didn't work out for you. Not saying that he's not talented, not saying that he's not capable of showing his skill set, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. Whether you had to wait your turn, whether injuries occurred, whatever the situation may have been. But the connection that you have with Juju, so because if you notice, there was a tweet sent out and Juju said family business, right? So you already know what that means. We done been in contact, we done been in communication.
Yeah.
Juju ain't that hard to find. He gonna reach out to you. Hey, bruh, look, if you finna hop in that portal, you know where I'm going, Colorado, we can link up and we can get this thing back popping like we at Carrollton High School, right? Under some great tutelage of a coach out there in Coach Phillips, under the great tutelage of Coach Prime, getting out there with Coach Mo in the strength and weight room and the conditioning staff. But think about this. The young man went to the University of Alabama. What do people say about the University of Alabama? Oh, that's a pipeline to the NFL. That's a pipeline to this. So we know that he went to the University of Alabama, and we can say these things right here. Well, he competed with some great athletes. He took his strength and nutrition serious. And if he's able to get on that field, we'll see what he's capable of producing. That's what I know about the players that come out the University of Alabama. So this young man, he comes to Colorado on his visit. When Colorado gets players to their campus, we're looking at an 80% success rate of landing players. That's transfer portal and recruits. 80% success rate. That's pretty high. So the young man get on campus, talk to the coaches, talk to Coach Phillips. I'm sure he's in constant contact with Juju. You just don't stop talking to your boy once you graduate high school. So for me, I think it's a slam dunk. I think it's a slam dunk, the young man coming there and showcase his talents and his skill. Big receiver, something we need on the roster. So I think it's a slam dunk.
I mean, my boy JR said it all. What y'all expect? He from Carrollton. He played with Juju. If y'all don't think that them back channel calls wasn't made and things hadn't been said, okay.
Yeah.
But this kid a ball player. He's a Kyle Pitts type now, guys. He's big enough to line up at tight end as well. So I don't want nobody to be surprised that when we go to 11 and 12 personnel, this kid doesn't have to come out the game. This kid can stay in the game as the tight end. So he's a Kyle Pitts type of kid. He's got a great motor. I like the kid, great hands. And like I say, he's used to Juju. He knows what the ball looks like coming out of Juju hands. So just like Shador had Travis, Juju could have Odom. To go with Omarion Miller, to go with the other guys that we got coming in this freshman class. Big body receiver, he finna come in here. I think he's a buff. If I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and tell you that I'm wrong. But I think that kid's gonna be a buff. And he gonna get in here and get under this Coach Mo weight training, get himself together. Cause I don't think there's a better strength and conditioning coaching staff in the nation than the University of Colorado. So, but yeah, I think that kid is everything you're looking for. And when you go, listen, when you got to remember, now he was recruited by Nick Saban. Nick Saban don't just go get anybody.
Right. You're right. That's a good point there. Nick said, I didn't think about that. He was right. He sure was. You know that. Hey, Nick Saban guy. I really think they're gonna put him in that waiting room with the receivers that we got. I believe they're gonna put him in that tight end, y'all. I could be wrong.
I think I think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna play at BWatts. I just think if you go back and watch Florida and Kyle Pitts, I think he's gonna be that kind of guy where he is just a hard matchup, but he doesn't have to leave the football field, and you don't know what we gonna run because I can have this guy on the field at all times. Like, let's say when we put Smalls in the game, you knew kind of what you kind of could judge what we was finna run or what we finna do. But with this guy in the game, you can't judge what we finna do because we can line him out wide. We can put him down at tight end. We can put him at the H-back position. So it just gives you more to think about as a defensive coordinator with a guy like Odom. So I just like that he can be that guy that can keep our offense off balance for other defenses to line up to.
Exactly. Yep.
I think when I looked at his measurement, I said, man, he'll be a smooth operator for that play action pass for Juju. Straight over the middle. When he sucked them linebackers up, this dude 6'5", his catch rate is way bigger than anybody.
Yep. You talking about a back pylon kind of thing? You in the red zone? Like, come on, man. Oh man, that was something we missed. Because when we got into the red zone, the first picture that comes to my mind is that back shoulder throw to Travis against North Dakota State. Like, Shedeur didn't have that tall receiver to, hit on a jump ball out there. I mean, we had Will Shepherd, but drops here and there. No disrespect to the young man, but a guy like this that has that experience with Juju, I think it's a slam dunk, man.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at some stuff online. Lightfoot. I don't know if y'all remember that name. They're supposed to be making a visit. Lightfoot, he's the defensive tackle, 6'3", 300 pounds. I think he played at Fresno State, 27 games. And also, my boy, I think, Coach Ray, you mentioned him too, Otis, the transfer from Alabama, 6'5", 320, offensive tackle. Woo! Coach Ryan nailed them down, boy, y'all. Yeah, boy, it might be, boy. You might, yeah, boy. Hey, I don't think he's gonna be missing a couple linebackers, boy. They mess around and get Trotter and get them a safety, that Metcalf safety. Woo, boy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, boy. So when you look at the recruiting, the activity so far, there ain't nobody signed. When you look at the way they going, how do y'all see that? The way they recruiting the players, the type of players they get on that.
I mean, they recruiting the best of the best, and that's the thing that I think people really missed out on when Coach Prime first came to Colorado. He didn't have the opportunity to do this. He didn't have the opportunity to get the best of the best. These last 2 years, he's been able to get the best of the best out of the transfer portal, getting the best quality kids for Colorado. Again, I'm going to tell y'all this. Everybody ain't meant for Colorado. Right. So every kid that jump in the portal, we don't want every kid that jump in the portal. Odoms is a defensive tackle that can come in right now and take over the block bully spot. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. If we can get him to come in, if we can get that kid to say he's coming, I think that this guy is the block bully type of guy that we're looking for.
Right.
Lightfoot, I like that guy. But my biggest thing is the trenches on the offensive line. I think there's a couple of offensive linemen on that list that if we nail those guys down,
right,
people is in
Look
trouble.
Out.
And then again, this is what I want guys to sit back and watch. Everybody tonight, y'all go watch the Utah game where Ryan Staub started, right? That is more what the University of Colorado offense will look like next year. Mm-hmm. Because Staub didn't have the power to audible out of plays or audible out of things he saw. You heard Travis Hunter. If you didn't go watch his pivot interview, go watch that pivot interview today. You get a lot of insight on a lot of inside things and what's going on in his mind and what his upbringing. But what he said was it's a lot of throws that me and Travis just, hey, bro, do this right here, and I'm going to be looking for you right here. So that lets you know that it was a lot of talking going on between them and making plays going on, not making up plays, but just, hey, bro, I'm going to be open on this right here. You need to be looking for me.
No, you said it right. They making up plays, bro. You said it right. You said it right.
So what you're going to see now is an offense, Pat Shermer talking in the helmet, talking to Juju or Stobbs or whoever is the quarterback, and them running the plays that Coach Pat Shermer is calling and not having the power to audible out of those plays, running the plays that have been seen. So that's the biggest thing. But I think that we have the best recruiting team in the country. What Corey Phillips is doing, what my guy from Florida Riz is doing, Miss Taylor, the other ladies that's on that staff, what they're doing is amazing because, again, when you have a support staff like the University of Colorado, where when you come in, you got a lady like Mama T in there, and these parents can get in here and see, and come in here and see that, hey, my son is not only going to have great men in their life, but they're going to also have strong women to mother on them and give them that kind of motherly advice that, hey, if Mama can't be here like this, at least we know we got Mama T here who gonna be firm and stand on what she stand on, but also can be gentle and kind with those young men. And so, again, when you get these parents up here, real parents, now I ain't just talking about them parents that's looking for the cash. I'm talking about these, again, y'all heard Coach Prime in his comments this week. He said, don't chase the bag. Don't miss out on your blessings chasing the bag. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ask Grandma them. Well, I've been telling y'all about Grandma them for the last year. I told y'all that that's the way that Coach Prime is really winning kids. I know that for a fact with a couple of recruits. That's the way he won. He got some kids. It was Grandma them because they got some parents that come from Grandma them who know that, hey, I've been making it without your money. I've been feeding this kid. We've been getting by playing footballs, going to camps, and doing all this stuff without your money. So if you can't offer me nothing but money, and my grandson ain't gonna be a better human being or a better man, well, sir, go ahead and take your money and offer it to somebody else. I'm gonna go over here when this man is also, because Prime didn't tell you he wasn't gonna get you no money. He was gonna give you a way to go earn you some money. He just didn't tell you he was gonna hand it to you. And that's what's wrong with us now. We want something handed to us for services that we ain't even fulfilled. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids getting money for services that they ain't even fulfilled. So the biggest thing is this recruiting staff needs to get a hand clap. They need to get all the flowers that they should get, because we gonna get the best guys that's the best for the University of Colorado. Again, all you got to do is sit back and listen to Prime and tell you, hey, I bring in kids all the time. I bring in all the 5 stars. I bring in this one. I bring in that one. In 5 to 10 minutes of a conversation, I can know if he's for me. And I can. And once I realize he ain't for me, I treat the kid nice. I treat them with respect. But when they leave, I tell them, hey, y'all can go and wipe him off the board, because we won't be calling him back, because he's not what we need. Because all it takes is for one bad apple to spoil the whole bunch. And I told y'all the other day, we're not going to throw away the bag. We just going to take out the bad apple. And that's all Coach Prime, like I say, that's all Coach Prime is doing. But this recruiting staff, like JR said, we hit on about 80% of the guys that we're targeting. Again, Prime said in his news conference, we already know what we targeted. And y'all said it. Y'all just go on Twitter and look at the kids that I got. Silman Craig out there. He posted for the kid, the safety Metcalf. He said, hey, come on home, come on to Boulder, this, that, and the other. So when you see those kids, and not only did he say that, in his tweet, he said, hey, you can put him in the number 7. That's what he said in his post. He said, say you can put him in the number 7. So that lets you know just how good these guys feel about certain kids. And guys like that, when you get a stamp of approval from a guy like Silver Craig, it gets no better.
Yep.
You know he good. You know he good gonna be in the locker room, and you know he gonna do what he supposed to do. That's why I said, man, yeah, I looked at the skins on that dude at that safety position. That dude, that's gonna be, boy. I like that. Hey, you watching Sports Talk with BWatts tonight on the Tuesday night with JR boxing, and want to appreciate Coach Dre for stepping in for Steve Willen. Steve Willen had to take care of emergency tonight with his son, and we wish him the best. He will be back next. I might get him up tomorrow, and on tomorrow, I don't know. I'll see how you feel, how you want to do. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Got one of my dogs over there on, I think he friended me on Twitter and left me a message that he been enjoying my shows. That's David Weekly Buff, David Talk Buff, or whatever your name.
Oh, David Talk Buff. He good people.
Y'all know him?
Yeah, he good people.
Okay,
good people in the Colorado streets. Yeah.
Okay, he said he was watching the show last night. And say how much he appreciated it. So we're gonna do a show together tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So y'all ain't doing that, tune in. That's David Talk. I think that's David Talk Buff.
Mm-hmm.
I checked out a couple of videos. Okay, Coach Ray. Now, what you think about the I always start out with JR. Let me start out with JR, then you close that, Coach Ray. What y'all think about the quarterback, Salter, that's coming in for Liberty? What y'all think about that? Kicking the tires on that.
Look, a young man that comes from a winning program, knows how to win, knows how to spin the ball, dual threat athlete, can also run, and that pushes the competition. We talk about it all the time. You hear Coach Dre say it all the time. Iron sharpens iron. So even if you bring the young man in, see the campus, see the facilities, understand the nature of how we would like to utilize you in the offense, understand the mindset of Pat Shermer, Coach Prime, and things like that. You bring them in because that is a talented player from a university at Liberty that knows how to play winning football. I mean, we brought a young man in from Liberty last year, was one of the number 1 cornerbacks in the transfer portal, and Preston Hodge, and you see how that turned out. When Preston Hodge was on the field, he produced. The University of Liberty, when they playing ball, they produced. That young man produced this year. I want to say he threw for nearly like 2,500 or 2,600 yards or so like that, but he also ran for over 1,000 yards with his legs. So that true definition of a dual threat quarterback, an athlete, somebody that you can put in that quarterback room, that can push Juju, that can push Staub, and that's what you want. You want competition. So competition breeds excellence. Bring a young man on campus, and you give him you sell him your pitch. He's gonna sell his pitch and what he expects to get from the University of Colorado, and you see if that meshes up with your plan, and you go from there. But he's a young, talented quarterback in that portal, so you gotta at least have him come on campus to see what you can provide for him and what he needs to thrive in your university.
I mean, JR hit it on the head. I told y'all, if y'all thought Coach Prime was just gonna say, "Here you go, Juju," I don't know what y'all was thinking. This kid from Liberty, like you say, he's a winner, and like you say, you want a guy in here that's gonna say, "Hey, I ain't with that." But again, I got a guy on the University of Colorado roster that I think gonna say that in Ponder. But you want guys to come in here and play and have the want to make sure that we know that you're not just gonna be handed anything. JR hit it on the head. Another kid from Liberty. If you think Preston Hodge ain't gonna be in this kid's ear, telling him, "Hey, bro, this is the best decision I ever made, man. Coming up here with Coach Prime, he made me not only a better football player, but he made me a better man, bro. If you trying to make yourself better, hey man, there's no better place. And Coach Prime gonna give you the opportunity to earn yourself a spot. Coach Prime ain't gonna promise you nothing.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the opportunity
Right.
to earn you a spot, and that's all you can ask for in anything in life is the opportunity. So I think that's a great pickup. But I like I see in some of the comments, because Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes are on him. Now you got other schools jumping in the pot, and again, some of these other schools are going to offer him a starting role. So you see a guy like you see somewhere like Florida State. He'll do a threat quarterback. You see Gus Malzahn down here at Florida State. That's the kind of quarterback he's looking for. So you know they got the pockets to try to, and they would like nothing better than to steal a quarterback from Deion Sanders and Coach Prime. But I want these kids, and if any people are in here listening, any parents are in here listening, sometimes people are just offering y'all something for y'all not to go get your blessing. Sometimes people are just offering y'all something just so sometimes you can't go get your blessing. So don't get enamored by the money, because what Colorado got, what Colorado is selling, and what they got is that every young man that's leaving this program, or every young man in this program, they are getting better because they have came in this room and been around these great coaches, this great support staff. But that kid from Liberty, it will be a great fit for us if the guy decides to commit or sign with us. I just think that some of these other schools that's coming in here late, I see they're gonna be pitching hard. But again, these coaches are not the biggest recruiters. The kids are the biggest recruiters. They are just the biggest.
Yep.
The recruiting team get you here, but those kids seal the deal. And I don't think these other schools have a guy like Preston Hodge on their team who when I get you to myself, listen, bro, what you really trying to do, man? I ain't gonna sit around and let you play around with Colorado and let you play with Coach Prime, bro. Is you coming? Is you in or is you out? Because that's what kind of guys we need. We need guys that want to be here, that want to be in, that want to come in here and work. So that's the one thing that we got up on other programs that everybody else don't got. So we'll see what the young man do. Like I say, there's a lot of schools coming in here late that's trying to push the kid, and I guarantee you they offered him the starting job just right off the bat. And that's one thing that we not gonna do.
Okay, that's a good take, fellas. So when we look at somebody had a question in here. I can't find. I think they said something about the running backs. What y'all think about the running back position?
I think go ahead, Coach Ray.
I think we panicking too quick about the running back position. Again, the offense is going to be different. I repeat, the offense is going to be different. I like Mike. This is the thing, guys. Every time one of our running backs had a good game, what happened the next week? They got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just go back and look at it. Every time one of these guys had a good game, they turned around and got hurt. I think Michael Welch is that guy. But my sleeper, I like Isaiah, but my sleeper is gonna be Hood. I think Hood is the best kept secret in college football. I think Hood is the best kept secret in college football. And so, do I believe we're going to go get another running back? Yes. Yes, I do believe we're going to go get another running back. But I like where we at in our running back room. If we don't add nobody, I would not be upset. But I do believe that we're going to get a running back. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, the running backs, I mean, a different style of running back in each running back that we have. We got a speed back. Hood is a speed back. Didn't get a chance to see him play on the field in a game that mattered. But when they had that game, I believe it was like in Denver or something like that at that high school field, he was able to get on the field and he showed his talents then in small glimpses. He showed his talents. So the kid is super athletic, really fast, held multiple offers from SEC schools down south. Unfortunately, he just got injured in his high school, his senior year, I believe. And so that kind of just slowed down the process. But he's a great hidden gem. Michael Welch played his heart out, bowling ball, aggressive with the ball. But like Coach Dre said, had a good game, then was injured, out 4 games after that. Same thing for Augustus. Had a 40-yard run. Next game, he got injured. Dallin Hayden got injured early in the year after he had a great game against UCF. So it was just bad timing, kind of a mixture with the play calling and things like that, highlighting the strengths of our team, which was obviously passing with Shedeur and Travis and the multitude of receivers that they had. But the running backs are going to get their opportunities. I think we have good backs. Yes, you bring in another back just to push competition. That may drive a guy out after the spring game. But in order to improve your roster, that's what you do. It's the NFL model, guys. They do it in the NFL all the time. We're looking at free agency all the time in the NFL. They're constantly evaluating talent to bring them to that organization to make the team better. And that's all Coach Prime and the staff is doing. That's it.
All right. Yeah, y'all cooking tonight. Once again, want to thank JR Boxing for joining, being part of the panel on Tuesday night. Want to thank Coach Dre for stepping in for Steve Woodland tonight. Just want to let y'all know how much I appreciate y'all, fellas. And we hope people in the chat and people who tuned in are enjoying the show so far. Got about 15 to 20 more minutes chat with y'all. When we look at that defensive side, the defensive back, Preston Hodge moving on. Who would y'all like to see at that nickel back who are on the roster right now? Start it off, JR.
I'd like to see Isaiah Hodge. Isaiah Hodge, I think he's he fits that mold. Crazy athletic. He wore the gray jersey all year, so obviously they were using him all over the practice squad. And then we saw that glimpse of his explosiveness, albeit on the offensive side. But the young man was recruited to Colorado as an athlete, and I would like to see him in that slot position. However they plan on using him, but I think that's another hidden gem on the roster. Crazy athletic, recruited to Colorado as an athlete, and I think if he gets that opportunity, I don't think he would relinquish that opportunity if he got it.
That's a good point.
For me, it's Stoudemire for me in that spot that Preston Hodge played. He big, fast, he's strong. He's never missed a beat. He another kid. That kid been playing through injury. He got himself back healthy. So for me in that nickel spot, it would be Stoudemire right now. I think him. We got the guy Ben whatever, I can't pronounce his name, but him, he's another guy that I want to see. I want to see more tape on him, see what he can do. But right now, going into the spring, and I even think going into the bowl game, I think we're gonna see a lot more Stoudemire. Like JR said, I believe Hodge is gonna be a guy on the offense more than the defense this year. Right now, with everything that we saw that we've got leaving the receiver room, I think he's gonna have to probably be in the slot. After all the seniors walk away, I think he will be that slot guy next year going into the spring on that depth chart. But he gonna be the next guy that you're gonna see play a little bit of both ways. But that's in that Preston Hodge spot. I'm going with Carter Stoudemire because the kid showed you he can hit. He's not afraid to come up and hit. And if he keep getting any bigger, he's liable to be a linebacker at the next level. So I want to see him in that spot that Preston Hodge played.
Okay, all right. Both of y'all make a good point. So when you look at Tyler Brown and the way they're gonna use him both ways, I like him more on the defensive side of the ball because he bad boy strong down there. You see what we went through this year against that run. So when you look at Tyler Brown, JR, which way and how would you like the coaching staff to use him?
I believe the best way to use Tyler Brown for Colorado's football program would be on the defensive side, to give him the opportunity to continue to prove his worth and his value to the team. You saw we had a depth issue at the defensive tackle position, and I think utilizing Tyler Brown in that mold, allowing him to be the aggressor and not be, passive on the offensive line and wait and think about a lot of things. On the defensive side, look, if we put him in the game, look, we need you to clog the middle. We need you to be aggressive. We need you to use your best attribute, which is your mind and your strength. Utilize those things. Take advantage of opportunities on the field. So I can see Colorado putting him in a defensive tackle position, getting him coached up by some of the best defensive line coaches and Sapp, D. Lou, and getting him to a point where his best attributes, again, his mind and being one of the strongest players on the team, could really benefit Colorado on the defensive side.
I think Coach Prime showed you what it's going to be. I think he's going to play on the defensive side of the ball. I think that's why we're going so hard in the portal. And when you got Smitty to come in and these other three offensive linemen we got out of the high school ranks, and then I think we're gonna get 3 more out of this portal, 3 to 4 more out of this portal. I think Tyler Brown's gonna play defense for us. I think that was the reason for him going over there and going ahead and getting them in the reps early in this season. Because unlike most people, Coach Prime is a forward thinker. He thinking in front of himself. So I think he was seeing next year I'm gonna need, like you say, BWatts, his strength. He can get down there, demand a double team, push that, play that zero technique and get hits on the center and stuff like that. Push the center back into the pocket and things of that nature. So I think Tyler Brown, you'll see 56 on defense next year, probably full time. Like I think you can do that because of the simple fact is he already knows the offense, right? So we have to use him going back on offense. We can. But I think going into this spring and maybe even this Bowls practices, you're gonna see 56 more on defense, getting in there with Coach Sapp and Coach Lewis, getting his technique better. And again, he knows what it is to be a prime kid. He knows what it takes. He got all 5 of the characteristics. He gonna be a guy that can go in that defensive room where they're losing some leadership and provide that leadership that they're losing in that defensive line room. And I think that's the biggest key for why I think Coach Prime is putting them over there. Because Block Bully came in there, him and BJ, they kind of solidified themselves as the leaders of that room. Both of those guys are graduating. So I believe you put Tyler Brown over there to go with Allen Walker, who I think is going to be the defensive leader next year. I'm going to keep saying that, guys. You're going to hear me say that a bunch on a lot of shows. I believe Allen Walker will have an L on his chest before the season starts because he knows what it is to be a Colorado guy. His dad is a legend at the University of Colorado. He showed up and showed out this year like everybody thought he would. So those two guys provides that leadership because we got a lot of young guys coming in that room with McPherson, with Mertz, Hudson. We got a lot of young guys coming into that room and a lot of young guys that's already there, and they're going to need some leadership and somebody to follow behind. And I think Tyler Brown and Allen Walker are going to be those guys.
All right. Before we move on, give a shout out to former Colorado player Deion Figures, inducted into the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame. Shout out to him. Congratulations. I'm sure it's well deserved. Coach Dre, and especially you, JR, when you look at the incoming freshman, the wide receiver, Quentin Gibson, 5'8", 165, from Fort Worth, Texas. I think that's where you from, Mr. JR. He had 1,732 yards, 31 TDs, and he's up and been nominated for Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. Shed some light on the young man for the people who tuning in and the people in the chat.
Look, Quentin Gibson, man, I'm going to say it right now. I'm not from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm H-Town, Texas all day, baby. But look, like Coach Dre said,
Yeah, Coach Dre. Y'all,
you want to win,
well,
you let them Texas boys spin. That's what we say down there in Texas. You want to win, you let them Texas boys spin. Look, phenomenal athlete, lightning quick, fast as all get up. Not just quick, the boy's fast too. We talking about 6A classification football in the state of Texas. That's no joke. We talking about the big dogs in the state of Texas. Out there, North Crawley, you got Duncanville, you got DeSoto. Those are some of the powerhouse schools out there in that Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. And this young man stood above all. 30 combined touchdowns. That's not an easy feat, guys. That's not at any level. You're not getting kids doing that at Pee Wee football. And they could be the most athletic kids you've never seen. 30 combined touchdowns. That's not an easy feat. The guy, the young man is a ball player. I keep up with Texas football, high school Texas football more specifically, all the time. He's a great athlete on the field, very quick, very decisive in his cuts. And I remember having this conversation with some guys early on. And it was back when we had one guy, he committed real early. He played at IMG, but then I think he went back to his other high school. I forget his name, but he was a 5-star receiver. And they was like, oh man, he decommitted from Colorado. You'll never be able to find another receiver like that. I said, man, if you go down there to Texas, you'll find one of them guys in every metropolitan area, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin. I say those kids are riddled all over the state of Texas. You don't think Coach Prime is tapped in? He'll find those guys. He'll find those phenomenal athletes. Yeah, there we go. Winnie Watkins, shout out to him out there. I believe he committed to Ole Miss. But when we were having this conversation, you know, people was like, oh, he decommitted. That's the end of the world. Come on, guys. We talking about Coach Prime. Like I said, you want to win, you let them Texas boys spin. And that young man, number 6 at North Crawley, we talking about 30 touchdowns, and we talking about Mr. Football in the state of Texas, in the great state of Texas. H-Town, Texas, all day, baby.
Hey, don't forget them Georgia boys still on watch do that. Coach Ray, when we look at this guy named London Merritt from the ATL, coming from the IMG, he's a 4-star. Coach Prime went out and flipped him from Ohio State. Tell us what you think about London Merritt.
He's a guy. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. He from the Georgia area, from ATL. He had to come down here and sip a little bit of this Florida water. Wanted to play down here at IMG to see if he was ready to play big time football. But the kid he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. He's a great kid. Great motor. I got a chance to see him play a couple of times because one of the coaches that coached down here, who coached with us last year, he got a job at IMG this past season. So we got a chance to see him play up close and personal. Them kids down there, like I say, they're ready for college. They're ready for college. Again, he's from Atlanta, but he's been staying in Bradenton, Florida for the last year. Well, he's been at IMG a while. So he's been down here in Florida for at least 2 years, I think. At least 2 years he's been down here in Florida. So they're college ready. They're already accustomed to the college type of lifestyle when you come from IMG. So that's the biggest thing, is it's not going to be such a big culture shock from them coming from high school to college, because they've already got accustomed to strength and conditioning and food table and all that kind of stuff it's gonna be a lot better. But they're used to it. But he's great because he had another guy on the other side that was just as good. So you couldn't try to double team Merritt because they had another guy on the other side of him that you had to worry about blocking. He puts you in the mind of Myles Garrett. When I look at him, that's the first guy that comes to mind for me. A guy like a Myles Garrett. I can't wait till he gets up here and gets with this dynamic duo of coaches in Sapp, Dancy, and Lewis to get him going. But he got a great motor. He never stops playing. So I'm glad that the guy decided to come to Colorado instead of going to Ohio State, because I think that he'll just be a better football player. Again, that's no knock against Ohio State. Some kids, they need this kind of coaching to get better. And that's all it is.
All right, good take, fella. Boy, y'all on your game. All right, JR, back at you. Adrian Wilson, wide receiver from Texas, 6 foot, 170 pounds. His senior year, 47 catches, 900, almost 1,000 yards, 14 TDs. His junior year really was his best year, 60 catches, 1,003 yards with 14 TDs. And if you do it all together, add it all up, man, he caught 136 passes, 2,531 yards, and 36 TDs while he was in high school. Coach Prime and his staff really went down there and got one. He's a 4-star, 6 foot, 170 pounds from the state of Texas. Talk to us, JR, about Adrian Wilson.
Look, I'll say it again. Adrian Wilson from Texas, the great state. You want to win, you let them Texas boys spin. Adrian Wilson, dynamic player, fast, another speed guy, another guy that can stretch the field, great hands. Played in another high classification of football in Texas, 5A football. We talking about 5A football in the state of Texas. That is a high classification of football. 6A is the top, 5A is the next level right there. So he's another great player. If you look at him, he'll fit the mold of a Jimmy Horn with his speed. I think his frame and his build can be around the same type, the same body type and style. Because Jimmy Horn was built like an action figure. You know, he got good arms on him, good size on him, you know, and great speed. So I look at Adrian Wilson. I think his body, his frame, once he get there with Coach Mo, the coaching staff, get there with Coach Phillips, I think he'll have that same type of effect on the team on the field. He'll be able to stretch the field, deep crosses, deep passes. And, you know, Coach Phillips going to have him right when it comes to blocking and things like that. So another great get by the University of Colorado and their recruiting staff and Coach Phillips and Coach Prime, man. You want to win, you let them Texas boys spin.
All right, Coach Ray, give us some talk on 2 players. We're going to end talking about the signees. 2 players I'm going to throw at you. Montrez Walker, linebacker from Beaufort, Georgia, 6'1", 225 pounds, 54 tackles, and 4 sacks. And the last one, Juju Lewis, quarterback out of Carrollton, Georgia, 6'1", 185 pounds. In his 3 years as a high school quarterback, 10,000 yards, 140 TDs, only 18 interceptions. 5 stars. Talk to us, Coach Dre.
They're the prize jewels of this class. That's no disrespect to none of the other kids. I think all of those kids are great. But when you talk about offensive and defensive studs, you're talking about Julian Lewis and you're talking about Montrez Walker. They got to play against each other this week. It was a great game. I think Montrez might walk in here and start as a true freshman. The kid he has the size, the build. He is everything you're looking for at the linebacker spot. When you put him in a room with Coach Hart and Coach Hilo, I think this guy, I just believe this guy just might be what we're looking for the next 3 to 4 years at the linebacker spot. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. When you turn on the tape, 8 pop off the screen. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. When you came to play Buford, you better get somebody on 8 or somebody, or it's not gonna be a good day. Hey, listen. I said, hey man, let's make a few phone calls down here to Georgia, make sure that he don't hit Juju. You know what I'm saying? They got time for him to hit Juju this week. You need to hit them. You know, you can hit the other kids, but don't hit Juju, man. I mean, he's what it is at the linebacker spot. And then Julian Lewis is, hey, he's the next legendary quarterback at the University of Colorado. He's been tapped to be that. He's a 17-year-old phenom. He's Michael Jordan. He's LeBron James. He's everything because everywhere he's went, he's exceeded expectations. He walked into, you got to understand, he walked into Carrollton as a 13-year-old freshman.
Right.
And took them to the state championship. As a 13-year-old freshman turned 14, he took Carrollton to the state championship. So we expected this kid to be, he got a great head on his shoulders, great family. You see in his interview last week, the lady didn't want to talk about his mishaps, his interceptions. And she was just running down his accolades, right? And the first thing that Juju said when she put the mic in front of him, hey, don't forget about the interception. I threw the interception. That can't help. And I can't put my team in a bad situation. Again, that shows you the character of the young man. And the first thing I thought is that's something Shedeur do. I think we're in great hands. I think those two guys are the future of the University of Colorado. And I think that you got to commend this coaching staff for getting this done. This recruiting staff, you get two jewels. I don't care what nobody's saying. I love Bryce Underwood. I think he's that guy. I just don't. You got to understand that Juju Lewis should be a class of 26 guy. And if he's a class of 26 guy, he's the best guy in his class. Hands down, it ain't even no question. So for me to be up in your class, to come up in your class and to be number 2, and I really probably should be number 1, that speaks volumes. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm going to be real, coach real, I'm real man. I'm going to be real agitated with folks not being patient with this kid, because this kid, if he starts until like middle of the year, the kid is going to be 17 years old. And he going to have the weight of the world on his shoulders. You talk about taking over for Shedeur. The biggest thing is Shedeur is not only giving this guy the keys to Colorado, he giving him the keys to his father. That ain't just my coach. That's my daddy as well. And I trust you with the insurance and all that comes with it. And I think Juju Lewis is ready for it. He's going to be prepared. And I think Shedeur told you he going to do everything in his power to make sure that we stay on top. We already know that he's with Select QB, so Darryl will still be around, guys. Darryl going to still be around because Juju is signed with Select QB. And so he's going to get every opportunity to be the best version of himself. And what I'm telling y'all is we're not looking for this kid to come in here and beat Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is Shedeur Sanders. We want him to be the best Julian Lewis that he can be.
That's good take, fellas. Good take. Hey, y'all watching Sports Talk with BWatts along with JR Boxing and Coach Dre. We want to appreciate Coach Dre tonight for stepping in for Mr. Steve Woodland. Steve Woodland had to take care of his son tonight, and our prayers are with him also. Want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight, for rocking with us. Appreciate your comments down in the chat. Hey, this show would not be what it is it wasn't for you all. Appreciate you tonight. Got about 10 more minutes. I want to talk to Coach Dre and maybe also JR about this dude right here. My dog over there on LinkedIn wants to say congratulations to Willie Simmons, who have the name FIU head coach down there in the state of Florida. Talked about him for a few minutes with Colin Moore, Life of Football, on last night. He gave me some insight last night and today. Talked to them today too also. So I want to say congratulations to him, and I want to see what JRU. I call him JRU. And definitely want to get some burn from Coach Dre seeing in the state of Florida. But I got a separate question I want to ask Coach Dre about my dog right here, Willie Simmons. Go ahead, JR. Talk to us. Also, thank y'all for the super chat, everybody. Miss D, appreciate you. Fellas, I appreciate y'all on that cash app. Go ahead.
What I'll say about Coach Willie Simmons, man, a man of great integrity, a man that didn't complain, did it the right way, took care of a lot of people when he was at Florida A&M University. He took care of a lot of people. Big community of people down there, well respected in the state of Florida, well respected by his players, by the staff, and all he needed was an opportunity. That's it. That's what a lot of the HBCU coaches need. All they need is an opportunity to show you what they can do. He took FAMU and built it into a great program in the HBCU ranks. He left. He went to Duke as a position coach. Everybody was losing their mind. Why would he leave FAMU to go to Duke as a position coach, as a running backs coach? Because the man got a vision. The man has a bigger purpose. The man understands that in order to continue to move yourself forward, to move your people forward, sometimes you got to take that leap of faith. And that's what he did. He bet on himself. He stood on purpose. He took a leap of faith. And look at that. A year later, he's the head coach at Florida International University. And that's that it won't be no easy feat to make the team into FAMU, but they got the man for the job. He understands the roots of Florida. He understands the how to move in Florida, how to talk to the kids in Florida, how to communicate with the coaches in Florida. And look, we're talking about Florida State, Miami, and Florida. But the picture that you have up of Willie Simmons, that's the best recruiter in the state of Florida right there. I'll tell you that right now. That's the best recruiter in the state of Florida. He'll have better resources at his disposal, and watch what he do. That's all I got to say. Better resources at his disposal from when he left FAMU. Watch what he do. He's gonna do a damn good job at FIU. And don't be surprised when they ready to call him up to Florida State.
What y'all here? But talk to us, Coach Jake. State of Florida, man.
Listen.
What kind of impact gonna have?
This is what it is. JR hit it on the head. He did. Look what he did with less. Now you just gave me more. He's the best coach. Let me get close. He's the best coach in the state of Florida, head coaching wise, hands down. He's better than Billy Napier. He's better than Mike Norvell. He's better than Cristobal. He's better than Scott Frost. Okay, he's just better because of the simple fact is he got it out in the mud. He a Florida boy, Quincy legend. Again, in his day they didn't have stars. If they'd have had stars, he'd have been a 5-star. You understand me? He'd have been a 5-star. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. He worked his way up. Again, for you Buff fans, Coach Prime wanted to hire Willie Simmons. Willie Simmons was one of the first phone calls that Deion Sanders made. Willie Simmons was one of the first phone calls that Deion Sanders made. This is the best thing. If I'm Cristobal at Miami, I'm worried it's all outdoors. I'm not gonna. I like this job. I think he's there 3 years, and you, like he said, somebody calling him up. Whether it's Florida, whether it's Florida State, or whether it's Miami, because they're going to get out recruited by this guy. And guys, listen at this. Friday and Saturday, the best players in the state of Florida will be playing at his stadium. The state championship for the state of Florida is at Pitbull Stadium. You got to remember, and they have the resources. Their football stadium is named after the rapper Pitbull. They have the money, guys. They have the money.
Wow.
The NIL collective isn't that great right now, but they just didn't have a winner or a guy like Willie Simmons there to push the narrative. This guy's gonna do major things at the University of Florida Atlantic. I don't know what UCF was thinking. I don't know what FAU was thinking. There's no better guy than this guy right here in the state of Florida. And I'm hearing that he's finna put together a heck of a Florida staff of guys, legends from the state of Florida, to come in and help him build a great program. And if he gets some of the names that I'm hearing, hey, people gonna be in trouble. People gonna be in trouble. He mostly calls his own offense, so it'll be his offense. He'll know what he's calling. He might go get his old defensive coordinator, who I think he went to Murray State this past season. He didn't stay at Sam. But this is the thing, guys. When you a head coach of HBCU, you the head coach, you the pastor, you the dish. I mean, you everything at them HBCU. You have to deal with a lot more than just coaching football, right? Now the guy can coach at he can just worry about coaching football. He has better facilities. He has better access to other things. And you already see FIU is doing the Colorado type of brand. Go watch FIU now. Go look at their platforms. You see them. They putting out information every day. They got the hip hop music behind them. They doing all that thing because this is the thing that's gonna sell. And you gotta remember, he in the 305. Ain't no better talent in the state of Florida than them boys in the 305. And like I say, we up north a little bit, but there ain't no better talent, a pool of talent than them guys down there in the 305. He gonna find some gems down there that you don't know about, that don't nobody know about. Willie gonna go get them. He gonna make them into names that you want to know. But this is a great hire. I'm sad that he had to go do that Duke route, because I think he was good enough to come straight out of FAMU to be a head coach at a school. But he did what he had to do. Go to Duke, do what he needs to do. I didn't know he was a finalist for this job the last time it was up. He was a finalist for this job, and they gave it to somebody else. But this time they got the right guy. They got the right guy. So this is big. This is big. And like I say, if I'm Crystal Ball down there in Miami, I'm Norvell up here at Florida State. Billy, he okay because he got a great quarterback, and he and DJ Lagway, them kids doing great recruiting up here in Florida. That's why Billy getting all them kids. But all these other folks, they in trouble. All these other folks, they in trouble.
Man, that's a good take, man. I appreciate y'all for getting that, especially me, the insight on Willie Simmons being a head coach, and people who may not know him who listening in right now. Hey, that's the end of the show tonight. I'm ready at an hour and 30 minutes. That's what I usually try to hang around, trying to get this thing down to an hour. But hey, once again, want to thank JR Boston. Want to thank my dog, Coach Dre, for stepping in. For my main man, Steve Woodland. Hope his son doing better. Want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Want to say give a shout out to everybody over there on LinkedIn and my Facebook page. I see y'all over there, and also the people who join me over there on Twitter. Shout out to David Talk Buff. Appreciate it. I just got your message. Looking forward to talk with you on tomorrow night. So, hey, that's it. Y'all get a last word, and we out of here, fellas. Coach Ray, I appreciate you, bro. Go ahead, JR.
Look, I'll just say again, BWatts, thanks for the opportunity for having me on your platform, man. Love what you're doing. Appreciate you, brother. Coach Dre, I'm going to say it. You want to win, let them Texas boys spin. But salute to you, Coach Dre. Way back. Salute to you. And Coach Dre, I appreciate your knowledge, and I appreciate your patience that you show across multiple platforms when speaking. So thank you for that, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, fellas, you know, I practice what I preach. BWatts called me and said, hey, bro, I need you tonight. Uncle Steve had an emergency. All you got to do is give me a call, and, bro, if I can do it, I'm going to make it happen. Because that's what you need in the world. If I can't call on my brothers to help me, who else I'm going to call on? Who else can I go to? Who else can I turn to? In this Colorado thing where so much negativity and so much hate spew, I'm always preach that being patient and having love and support for one another gonna always take you a lot further than everything. Your mama always told you you can catch a lot more flies with honey and vinegar, and that's what I believe. That's what I'm always preach. I appreciate everybody that supported me. I know y'all see me all around on other platforms, and that's just me supporting other people. You know I support Colin, hands down. That's my brother. He's the one who brought us all together. You know I support you. You know what Rob the Man means to me. That's my brother from another. We gonna always rock out. You gonna always see me over there on Dino a little bit, and a few other places. Prime Media, Prime Sports Media. He's a good brother. It's just a brotherhood. My guy Scobuffs, Mad Titans, all those guys, and then the CU aunties. Those ladies are doing great work. They always supporting these young men. With the collective, always buying up their gear and doing all kind of great things to show that we as a people can push this thing. We can control the narrative and push this thing the way we want to push it. I tell people all the time, I'm just a nobody trying to bless somebody. You know, you come on here and listen to me and the brothers, and we put a smile on your face or lighten up your day. That's what we want to do, and we appreciate you coming by. BWatts, always thankful for the platform and giving us the opportunity to come on here and talk and be a blessing. And as I always tell y'all, if you send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Drake. That is my brother, J.R. Boxer, and that's my brother, BWatts. We appreciate it, love and respect. Love y'all boys. Y'all be good.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts along.
What player you know can play receiver, and the game plan is about you on the offensive side of the ball, and then you go to the defensive side of the ball. Game plan is still about you. You never seen a player like me.
Make sure you tell.
You have been promoting him for the Heisman. Yeah. Do you also consider yourself as one of the best players in college football?
Come on, what you think? It's me and Trav 1-2. That's what it is. Me and Trav 1 and 2. In whatever order you want to put it in. But of course, we family though. Me and Trav, we seen everything to when everybody was against us. Just him making a decision come to Jack State. Then him finally, was able to get in the Heisman talk, and they still don't want to give it to him. So it makes me sad, as a person, knowing how hard and how much of like a genuine person he is, and they try to take that from him because of external things like who his coach is, which is my dad, and who I am overall. So they try to not credit us, but we put up a lot of good numbers. We do what we're supposed to do, so it's kind of like you ain't got no choice.
The Alamo Bowl, the best non-playoff bowl, BYU in Colorado.
This is an incredible matchup. BYU's defense against Shedeur Sanders and co.
We're going to sell this game out. Texas A&M has the record for attendance. I'm pretty sure we're going to break that one. We have a plethora of seniors that are pro-bound. Every last one of them are going to play.
No quarterback has played better than Shedeur Sanders.
The Cougars have one of the most balanced teams in the nation. BYU defense and the FBS best. 20 interceptions.
Travis Hunter is the best player in college football.
Everyone's doubting you because they don't think you guys can do it.
Why not us? When we know darn well all eyes on us.
The boy can play some football, I'm telling you.
I think I win the Heisman Trophy someday.
The Heisman, really?
Oh, yes, sir. You can bet on it.
Okay, who's your guy's favorite player?
Travis Hunter! 12 in the building! He just been right. Don't make no difference.
Caught! How did he make that one?
He can block, tackle, score the touchdown, snap the ball, hold the snap, kick the extra point.
Wow! Travis Hunter! Unbelievable!
The boy will fill up the Gatorade cooler, walk the dogs, and paint your back court. I'm telling you, that boy can flat out play football.
Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts. I just want to stop by to let you know, go over there on YouTube. Check out my latest live broadcast that we just aired over there, Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. And while you're over there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends and your co-workers if you don't mind. I appreciate that, okay? Thanks.
We have a plethora of seniors that are pro-bound. And guess what? Every last one of them are going to play. We don't tap out. We don't sit out. It's a blessing to play this wonderful game. Our kids are going to play. We got a kid that's probably going to pick up, not probably, what I'm talking about, matter of factly going to pick up the Heisman Trophy this week, and he's going to play. We got another quarterback who picked up an award last weekend, and he's going to play. We have receivers that I know are going pro, and guess what? They're going to play. So we cannot wait to put on our best suit and our best uniform because we're the home team, and we're going to play, and we're going to come there to have a good time.
You can make a very good case. I would make this case. Colorado should have 2 guys in the top 5 right now.
A difference maker on both sides of the ball.
Don't test it.
12's going to be on the ballot, but don't forget about Shedeur Sanders, one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Sanders in a pocket. Give him the Heisman now. How did he make that
Go watch tape, man. Who do y'all play? Them Iowa State, man. Oh, you play Iowa State? Yeah, I got to get ready for the Pop-Tart Bowl. Y'all play Iowa State? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, so what you said you gonna what?
You said what?
What you said you gonna do?
You finna see the best thing that ever happened in the Pop-Tart Bowl. What's that? Them Canes, baby. Them Buffs. Go Buffs. Nah. Lucky we wasn't able to see y'all out there. You lucky. I'm lucky. You lucky. You lucky we wasn't able to see them Canes, boy. Hey, I don't get touched. I got them trench babies. Now, you on the other hand? See that? Hey.
Don't let them bait you. Don't let them bait you into saying something crazy. Don't let them bait you.
You know how to get touched and, still make it happen. Hey, my trench baby's different from your trench babies. My trench baby's there. They there. Man, hey, we gonna see December 28th.
Well, Daryl, what game you going to, Daryl?
Wait, so what's your stats?
Yeah, what's your stats, man?
No, it's about you.
Me? Well, last game.
I just went outside and walked to some palm trees.
Look, he trying to be like me. See, this is the backyard, man. Stop. What's up? I'm up. This is the vacation home. He said, what's it gonna be? So this the last game, Daryl. We gonna throw that ball. Best believe my last game, I'm gonna throw that damn ball.
So what you got?
Bro, don't let Daryl bait y'all into saying some wild shit, bro.
Hey, you thinking you remember that what was that game? Who was the quarterbacks? Baker Mayfield. Oh, when he played Pat. When he played Pat.
Like that?
I'm trying to have one of their games. They offense go crazy, I go crazy. I just hope we win.
See, that's the thing, bro. I don't care about stats. I care about team wins. I care about team wins. I don't care about stats, bro. You're selfish, bro.
You see, I said win.
Bye, bro. Why would you hope the offense do good? I know what you think is going to stop.
I'm a 10-win.
Team guy. I'm a team guy.
I won 10 games. I won 10 games.
Okay, I won 9.
You single digit, man. You ain't. Hey, tell him there. He ain't up here with them big ballers. You single digit, man. You can't hang up here with us, man.
Man.
Hey, maybe one day you'll get up here. Maybe in 3 weeks. not right now, man.
No, we get 3 digits, bro.
We trying to win our first bowl game in 20 years. So we going hard.
We ain't go to a bowl game in 20 years.
Hey.
See, that's the difference, bro. You ain't have that much work, bro. Your team was already complete, bro. Second year, bro?
Well, guess what? We can both be legendary.
What?
We're bringing our luggage. It's Louis. It's Louis.
Hey, watching Sports Talk. We're BWatts. I'm your boy, Bernard Watts. Live right here in Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to watch Coach Prime in Colorado Buffaloes. Yeah, let's go Buff.
I just want to tell everybody, we get a lot of flack about me being in the portal and all right now. We've got 3 freshmen on offense that's contributing. We got Jordan Seaton, Michael Welch, and Draylon Miller. So don't let anybody out there tell you we're not recruiting high school players. We're recruiting elite high school players to come here because we're looking for guys that can play immediately. We're not looking for guys to come here and red shirt.
I stopped by here for a few minutes just to let you know that I was listening. Coach Prime has done it again. He got another top high school recruit, Julian Lewis, to commit to Colorado Buffalo football team for 2025. Let's check out his track record. Coach Prime is the #1 high school recruiting coach in college football. He got Travis Hunter to commit to him to go to Jackson State. Then he turned around and got Kamani McClain, the #1 recruit from Florida, to commit to Colorado 2 years ago. Now, check this out. Last year, he got Jordan Seaton, the #1 offensive tackle, to commit to Colorado last year. Well, he's done it again. He has gotten Julian Lewis, the #1 quarterback in 2025, to commit to come to Colorado Buffalo this year.
Early signing day is a week away. Just, is there anything that you can share with us about that?
We're going to be straight. We got what we want. We don't take a lot of high school players, and the ones that we take, we want them to play immediately. We want them to produce, be productive. Best thing about it, we're going to a bowl. They get to practice with us in the bowl game. So they get to get an early start and get here, and we can see what they're working with. So we're excited about that. But we're going to hit that portal like it hadn't been hit before. You know that. That's what we do. And we have certain positions. We know everything we want. We know what we're going to get. Of course, we hadn't spoken to all the guys that are probably going to jump in the portal. But we're going to do some good things and replace some players that pretty much are darn irreplaceable. What are you going to get for a Travis and a Shador? You're going to try your best to. May take 2 players to beat you. May get 4 guys just to handle with those 2. And we have some great, Cam and Shadozi. So we got some great players and Wester and Will Shepard. It's some wonderful talent that's walking out that door. But we plan on bringing some tremendous talent, as we did last year.
Colorado, defensive back, coaching good. Boy, didn't I tell you not to throw that ball my way? Boy, I stay strapped. Lockdown cornerback. I'm from the state of Georgia. I just play with Colorado.
That's it, finna go viral.
Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts for Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I stopped by here to let you know that I come to you every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time by the digital airwaves of YouTube. If you would like to sponsor or advertise or do an NIL deal with Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment, hey, give me a call at 770-820-2329, or you can send me an email at cbwatts1@aol.com. I'm telling you, if you partner with me just during football season, where we'll be talking about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, hey, it will be a perfect situation for you. I'm telling you it will. All right? All right, my friends. Hey, once again, thank you for being there for me. I appreciate each and Colorado defense. They got different characters on this team, and that's why they are must-see TV.